Hey, what's going on, guys? Leon from Buck and Slug Reloaders. Today we're going to talk about how to finish out the buckshot that you just cast. I get a lot of messages and stuff like that on how do I get my buckshot to look so uniform, so smooth without all the lumpy little sprue marks or the flashing around of it. And I'm going to show you how. So a couple things you need is you need a good pair of flush cutters. Okay, regular dikes just aren't going to cut it. You see how these are nice and flat on the end of them? You're going to need a pair of these here. You're going to need some graphite, dry graphite. I think I got this at like AutoZone for $2 or $3 or so. And a little bit goes a long way. I'll say it again. A little bit goes a long way. And you're also going to need a rock tumbler. I got this from Harbor Freight. It might have been like $50 or $30 or something. It comes with two of these little jugs here, these containers. So once you got your buckshot cast, right, you may have some like this one here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it still has a little tiny piece of that sprue. What you're going to do is you're going to take your flush cutters flat side towards the actual buckshot, and you're just going to trim it. Just trim it as flush as you can. So now looks like that, right? See if I can find another one. I'm in the process of casting some triple R buck, so this one's perfect example. And you can see the sprue mark on this one. This was caused from me tapping the mold when the mold was hot, as well as the lead, so it kind of like breaks off. And you're just going to take your flush cutters and you're just going to trim it off just like that. Let's see, can you guys see that? Well, you get the idea. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go filter through this buckshot, make sure they're all good to go. Put them all in here along with a little bit of graphite, and we're gonna put it on the rock tumbler. So you guys just stand by. Your buckshot that's ready to be cut. This is when you want to use your flush cutters. See how it's flat on that side? And the key is to use just a tip right there and just snip. So it might have a small little divot, but that's okay. I'll do the same. So it looks like that. Do a couple more. Now you may get a few pieces of buckshot to where when you went to tap them out of the mold, the lead was hot and it broke off like that. So all you do in that case, take your flush cutters and just pinch it off, just like that. It's a little hot spot right there. Let's see if I got a couple more. Here's another one. Try to get it as flat as possible, so when you go to tumble it, it makes it work easier on your tumbler. So notice that I got the flat side up, not like this, but like that, as close as I can get, and boom, just like that. Work it in there. That's what it should look like. Alright, so here's my buckshot, and you can see how the sprue is cut off, the little flat spot. That's okay. Yours should look just like that, right? So from there, I'm just gonna filter through, make sure I get all the good ones, separate them from the bad ones, and the ones that I might have missed the sprue being cut off. So I'm just going to go through these. These look good, and as you guys can see on some of them, see like that one right there, you can see the ring around it, the flashing. The flashing is not as bad on that one, but once you're done with this, they're going to be all smoothed out, and it's going to look almost like as if the buckshot's being swaged. So this is just the process here, just filtering out like that one right there. I'm gonna have to go back and recut or cut that little nipple off that sprue mark. So let me get these separated into my Harbor Freight rock tumbler deal here, and we'll get this thing going. All right, so your next step is to add the graphite. It only takes a little bit, as you can see. Let's see if I can zoom in on the side, but I added way too much. See that? That's way too much. So I'm gonna have to clean that out. You don't need that much. If you put that much, you won't get a smooth, shiny like finish on your buckshot. And if you don't have any graphite, what you can use is pencil lead. I'll say about a 1/4 inch per 5 or 6 pounds, and you should be all right. So guys, let me clean this up a bit, and I'll get back to it and show you the next step. Okay, so guys, it's been roughly about 2.5 hours. Doing a quick check on them. Sometimes I let them go longer than that, but these look pretty damn good. So I think I'm gonna pull them now. As you can see, they're nice and round, and wish I can zoom in on this good better. Nice, round, smooth. There's a couple little flat spots like right there. That's from where I cut the sprue, but you know, that's nothing to be concerned about. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna prop this up, see if you guys can't get a better view of it. Right. All right. So here's an example. See how it's nice and round? That little flat spot right there, that is where the sprue was trimmed down with the flush cutters. Pull another one out. I mean, these look great. I mean, short of being swaged, I mean, you can't get any better than that. So you guys are probably asking, why do I take the extra step and extra time to do this? Well, let me explain. So buckshot, when you buy buckshot, like in these factory loads, those buckshot are swaged, so they're like almost perfectly round, right? So when we go to cast, we run into issues like flashing around the buckshot itself, and also where we cut off the sprue. You know, that's going to leave a flat spot. Now you can load those up and shoot those just fine, right? But since how the majority of the buckshot reloading I do is long range precision, I want that buckshot to be as round and true as I can possibly make it in my garage. And the reason being is, as that buckshot's flying through the air, if you have any type of disturbances in the surface of it, i.e. the casting, the mold lines, or the flashing, or a rough sprue cut, all that's going to grab air. And it's going to disrupt the pattern downrange. So you'll see a lot more flyers and your pattern won't be as tight. So that's why I do what I do, keep everything as true round as I can possibly get without swedging the buckshot. So anyway, thanks for viewing, guys. You guys got any questions, any comments, leave, drop them down below, or do whatever the YouTube talk is. I'm not really a big YouTube guy. I'm just doing this to get the information out. So anyway, thanks for watching. Shout out to Ballistic Products. And there's another great channel out there, Bubba Roundtree Outdoors, Wade Rush. Guys got a load of information on there about buckshot, reloading, casting, and hunting. So you guys check them out too. And I'll catch y'all next time.